Here's what we need to make our ScanNCut magnets. This is what they look like when they're all done. Hi everyone, this is Heather, and a couple hours ago, Angela, Sarah, and myself finished recording a video about the newest updates to the Artspira app. One of the things I made were these magnets, which I just had so much fun making. I have fallen in love with them, and I've made a ton. Now, as it happens to go with lives, we get in a lot of information, absolutely as much as we can, but there's always sometimes things that just sort of fall through the cracks we don't get to, or to be honest, that I forget about because I have so many things to show. And I did miss a step. It was a small one, but I always feel bad. I want you guys to know everything that we do and how to do it. So what I've done here is create a video that shows you how to make the magnets from start to finish. If you want to see how to create the design, you're going to have to go watch the brother video. And it looks just like, let me pull it up for you. Looks just like this. What's new in Artspira, the 2.8.0 update, episode 593. And it was recorded on July 7th of 2026. So this is the episode that you want to look at if you just want to see how to create the magnets themselves using your ScanNCut. Then stay tuned. That's what we're going to do now. Here's what we need to make our ScanNCut magnets. This is what they look like when they're all done. You will need a low tack mat or a standard mat that you've used a lot and can hold paper without tearing. A piece of transfer tape. Transfer tape has a clear tape over a paper backing that looks like this. You'll need 2 pieces of adhesive vinyl. Basically, this is like a sticker, paper on the back and sticky vinyl on the top. The smaller one will be used for words, and the larger one will be used for the back of our magnet, the back side. And then you also need a magnet. Begin by putting your smaller piece of vinyl in the center of your ScanNCut mat. Perfect. Next, we'll prepare the background of our magnet. This is how we'll do it. We're going to need this, our magnet, and some kind of scraper. So the shiny side is the part that's going to stick to the metal. I'm going to peel back one short edge of my adhesive, my vinyl, the sticker, like this. Fold it down so there's just a little bit showing. Now, this is the front of my magnet. So I'm going to turn it upside down and place it about centered so that there's a little bit of vinyl. And then I can reposition. Trying to make it as straight as possible. But mostly I want to get it started so that the vinyl is sticking to the magnet and nothing else. We have plenty of room around all 4 sides. So I'll turn this over and make sure that that's pressed down. Now, I didn't mention this yet, but a lint roller is really helpful in making sure that there are no little tiny things on your magnet that will leave bumps once the vinyl goes down. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull my paper one way, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to use the scraper to scrape down the vinyl. I found that if you do it this way, you get a much nicer look to your vinyl if you just do it all at once. And then you can come outwards and scrape down till you get everything. Now, there may be a couple bubbles. You can work those to the edge with your scraper tool if you want. You can also peel up the vinyl, but be careful because you can cut into the vinyl with your scraper tool. So let me see. I have a couple bubbles. Let's peel it back. And it's probably because I didn't use the lint roller when I started. So let's see if we can get anything off there. We'll come back this way and we will use the scraper again. Yeah, much better. So there is some forgiveness here where you can peel it back up and start again. But you can rip the vinyl, so be careful. All right, this is going to be the back side of our magnet. Just like I have the yellow, it'll be pink. I'm just going to set this aside because we don't need this until the end. Great. Now what we're going to do is go get our design. Now let's head over to the machine, the ScanNCut, so we can pull up our design. Press Retrieve Data, the Artspira saved cloud. And here's our design. Now we're ready to load our mat. Don't be afraid to use tape to tape down around the edges if you're concerned that your vinyl will peel up. This is a fairly new low-tack mat, so I'm not too worried. I'm also using the vinyl auto blade with the light blue cap. Okay, let's press the background scan button so that we can see where to place our design on the mat. We will be able to drag our design over the center of the vinyl. Perfect. Then press OK. Please select and cut. And then we need to make sure our half cut is turned on. Mine was already on, but you need to make sure. You can see right here in this screen if it is on. And that's perfect. We're ready to press start and begin cutting. Excellent. Let's eject our mat and we're finished cutting. We can peel this off and it has not cut through our paper because we used the half cut. Let's head back over to the overhead. At this point, we are at the place we call weeding, which is where we want to take the excess vinyl away. It's a little hard to see yet, but you'll see very clearly as we pull this off. Start in one corner and I will go very slowly. Brother Vinyl weeds beautifully. I hardly need to pull. It's very gentle and everything is coming off except what is in the center of a word or letter, excuse me. So we will go ahead and pull these guys off with my weeding tool. Looks like we got them all. Perfect. And the last thing we need to do here before we transfer this to the magnet is we need to add the transfer tape. As I mentioned before, Brother Transfer Tape is actually the best transfer tape I've ever used. Not only does it have the grid, it seems to have just the right amount of stick, not too sticky, not too loose. So I can typically peel the entire thing off without worrying that it will stick to things. Now I want to line up one of these grids with the bottom of the word so I know what is straight. So that will work for me. And then I will use the scraper to make sure that that's on. Perfect. And then we're going to peel this off and put it onto our magnet. Now I can use my finger to press around the edges of the magnet and see how big my magnet is. I purposely oversized it so that I didn't have to be too worried about centering. So I'm just going to look at where the top and bottom is. But like I said, I have a lot of wiggle room. So we'll just set that down. We'll use the scraper again to make sure that the design is fully adhered. Perfect. Then I'm just going to lift off one corner of the transfer tape and peel it slowly to the side. And there we go. The only step that's left is to put this on the low tack mat and cut out a shape. And as you saw, there are lots of shapes built into the ScanNCut, and all of these came from the ScanNCut. So you can really do any shape that you want. We just resize it. So let's go ahead and put this onto the mat. The reason that I left the extra vinyl around the outside is so that this will stick to the mat and I didn't have to use tape. Okay, here's my low tack mat. Just going to place this somewhere in the center, finger press that vinyl down, and we'll head over to the ScanNCut to scan this and cut, and then we'll be done. Now I'm going to change out my blade from the vinyl auto blade to the standard blade. We need the blade that can cut through all of this thickness. We're going to go press home and press OK to delete. And then we're going to go to pattern and shapes. And like I said, there's so many to choose from. It's really up to you what you pick. Maybe I'll use this rectangle this time. Press set. Now that is on our mat and we need to do a background scan. So press start. There it is. So we're going to drag our box down. I can see that it is too small. So we're going to edit, object edit, size, and just start increasing. I just want a good amount of space around it, but not go off the magnet. Now I can press OK, use the magnifying glass up here, and this will allow me to look at this in a larger space so I can be sure if it's centered or if it's fallen off the edges of the magnet, because I can really see the edge here. And then I can use these arrows to move it, center it more, etc. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's go ahead and press OK, OK again, and OK again. Press please select and press cut. Now we're going to go ahead and turn off the half cut because we definitely want to cut all the way through the magnet. Press OK. And now we're ready to start. I've cut enough of these that I'm comfortable with my ScanNCut cutting all the way through without a test cut. So I'm going to go ahead and press start. Now your ScanNCut will likely take 2 or 3 or possibly even 4 passes of the magnet. It's recognizing that it's quite thick and it wants to make sure that it goes through all the layers. It only cuts 1 millimeter at a time. And even though this is not thicker than a millimeter, it's still recognizing that it's a fairly thick material. Perfect. Okay, so it did it on its own, and that's great. I think it went a pass of 4 times, and I'm fine with that because I want to make sure it's cut. So let's take a peek, and that is basically just coming right off. So let's take the mat out and switch to the overhead, and I will have no problem whatsoever pulling my magnet straight out. And then you can see the shiny side is what will attach to the metal. And it really is so simple. I have made so many of these magnets, as you see, in all different shapes and sizes, and it has just been so fun. So grab yourself some magnets. Now, the magnets I used came from Amazon, and this is what they're called. They came in a pack of 4. Now they say 30 mils, and that is equivalent to less than 1 millimeter. And that's, like I said, the ScanNCut could cut up to 3 millimeters. So this is way, way thin enough for the ScanNCut. It does say that it works on your car. So I'm curious to know if it will stick. Definitely works on your refrigerator. No problem there. It's actually a nice, thick, sturdy magnet. It's not thin. But that is basically it. I don't think there are any other supplies or tools you will need. If you have a ScanNCut, you can do this. Thank you for watching.